How are you guys doing? Just a little secondo. Just getting ready to chat. Okay, this should work fine. Is it? There's double sound? Yeah, it works. Hey, Remote Cat, how you guys doing? It's already a bit for my company. Just here to say hello. Have a good day, you guys. Have a good day to you, sir. You're suffering labor of the video editing as well. Jesus, sorry for you. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? I think everything is working now. How you guys doing? Hey, this kid. For some reason, this kid's message didn't show. Oh, it did show on the screen. Interesting. Anyway, how you guys doing? I think. Okay, let me turn off here. Let's. Okay, if everything goes well, no more lag. No more lag. How you guys doing? Oh my god, what's this? Wait, let me check on things here. Making a weird noise. What is this? What are you doing? Okay. Woo. Okay. How you guys doing? Good afternoon. How you guys doing? Hey. She's JP and NA banner is something different, like current Bazette banner. Um, I didn't check JP's banner honestly. Let me just see one thing here. Yeah. Okay. There's Bazette here. I didn't check JP's banner. Was Janice here? Wait a minute. There's no more. I already lost the chance to roll for. Ah, that's fine. Yeah, I guess. I can't. I mean, I had some interest in Ibuki and Eris, but I mean, let's be real. I have only 60 parts, right? Better. Let's just accept fate at this point. It's a bit sad, but that's fine. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, farming node. I don't even know how. Rider, jeez, it's so sad. When they actually release a, you know what? I think I can. You know, we can. Why not? Let's just. It's just a bit more annoying, but I can do that. Let's see how Mata Hari is in the past. Yeah, I was gonna check her. You know what? Yeah, let's add more.
Yeah, いらっしゃい。
Syringe is using this. Weird. Let's go strength. This is incubator. Okay. Star gathering. Actually, yeah, I don't want quick card. Just still stars. No stealing stars. Yeah, let's go then. Let's play a little bit with Mata Hari from the past. Where's the bouncies? Oh yeah, you know what? I think those notes are better with QPCs, right? Yeah, the QP here is really good. Hmm. Yeah, let's go with that. Should work just fine, and since her charm is still not insanely good, let's work. I guess this can work just fine. Okay. Zags, is Hunting Quest a good place to farm? It is. It is. It drops a lot of currency. Drops a lot of QP. It's mostly. I mean, to me, the best thing is the QP. But of course, if you need embers, it's the best place for embers. But the materials, it's a good place to farm. It's a good place to farm, especially if you need all those resources. Yeah, let's go with this. Esse buff da Taman tá meio estranho, mano. Buff da Taman? You're right. I mean, I have narrow in NA, so I kind of like that buff. Not gonna lie. I know many people are not satisfied with that buff, but hey, I kind of like that. Actually, Nero's buff is kind of amazing. Morning in Bison. QB drops aren't guaranteed. You need to shark spawn. Oh, really? Okay, that's a bit disappointing. Not guaranteed. A bit disappointed then. So I guess I didn't get the shark, did I? Where does the shark spawn? Is it because usually those monsters spawn on the second node, right? That's the shark pirate. I guess I guess that's him. With that much emphasis, it should be him. It's a shark. Let's see. I'm gonna deal with him. Hope tomorrow the Sarkats will be Tamamo's buff, Copium. I mean, I said it earlier, I don't think it's Tamamo, man. I'm sorry, the thing is... Yeah, I don't believe it's Tamamo, sorry. It's mostly the reason is mostly... Let me... The reason is mostly I don't believe it's Tamamo is because I think she's okay at what she does already. I mean, she doesn't really have a really good role besides Holly. But yeah, but I understand the frustration because Stalin just become not as great as it was before. It's 5 buff, but I hope her rival gets more buffs too. uh, Now still summer FGO every week is dead. So I've been playing around with Avenger Noble Lines. I flinch every time she buffing up. I just want a heavy battery onto mom. Ilya actually already have a buff, so I'll be really surprised if she gets anything. With Tamama, but it will be probably Murasaki NP upgrades or something. Yeah, you know what? Actually, Murasaki has nothing. I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually Murasaki Shikibu. I can see a lot of people disappointed with this as well. Murasaki, do you guys think Murasaki Shikibu will make people cry? Do you think they need to buff Sigurd? I don't think they need. I don't think they need, but I mean, we are on those times that people won't buff for anything, so I guess it's understandable in a way. No one wants to be left out of the buffs, right? That's how it is. Shiro got one, Rin got one, Sakura got one. We're only missing Shiro's old sister. Well, I can see a lot of people disappointed. I saw people even wanting for Castoria. That's how weird it is. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. Van Cross. Oh, Van Cross went for Twitch now. This is mostly old important servants in franchise. A Van Cross. A. 9 turns. Is it annoying? Okay, I'll do a proper chain next. What is it again? It was 113, right? And we got a shark spawn, I guess. So I guess it's not guaranteed, huh? A million. Okay. Let's do a proper farming here then. I guess it's right. Let me see here. I was farming with this, but what can we do as assassins here? Let's alter ego. Yeah, let's mostly focus on this. What was that anime again? Was it there you go. It's a fish. Right. It's a weird guy. Can Tiamat work? I wonder. Does she have a bond? She doesn't. Damn, she doesn't have a bond. That's so sad. Can you watch something like this? It's kind of sad. Damn, that's so sad. What if I use Habitrot here? Habitrot, 20%, 30. Okay, Habitrot might help. I don't know how much is gonna help, but it might help actually. Habetoloto. Hmm. Yes. This should work. But this is kind of expensive team though. Um yeah. I'll sacrifice a C. Mostly as a proof of concept. Which C should I sacrifice? This one? Sad. The sad reality of life. Yeah, there's no QP. Let's go with this then. Mostly for testing. Yeah, this should work, I think. What pure prism? We can't get any more from that. Limited 200 was such a dick move. I mean, they want you to keep farming. That's the point. You don't even need double cast story. You can get Bond and Lady Apple. You could do it with your own methods, I think. Even at B2. So Summer is in on my NA server. Pretty sure I brute it with Melu on JP's side as well. What do you mean? Oh, on those nodes here. I mean, yeah, I guess I can see that. I can see that. Well, I guess we could do this as well. Why not? NP buffs. I think I don't need this Noble Phantasm, but let's do this anyway. Let's do it for the sake. Just to see how much damage it'll be. And because of the overcharge, Tiamat will get a bigger buster buff. Olga gonna be my fastest bond 10 JP at this moment. I'm not even, yeah, I'm not even farming that much. Hey, hey, Yumi, how you doing? Let's just wait 2 years. So I'm not here to be challenged. Bigotry is already failing at killing things. What? Any idea to finish Automaton Advanced Quest? I mean, Advanced Quest? I mean, out of the top of my head, I don't remember. It shouldn't be that hard, right? I at least think it shouldn't be that hard. I'll be checking for you. Don't worry. I'll be checking for you because I don't remember what it was. Because I mean they usually tell the rules of the quest, right? But well I'll check it what it is because I don't remember. Automaton. Is there a stun mechanic there? Hey Moonfei, how are you? How are you? I'm fine. I'm chilling. I wanted to stream yesterday though. I had a lot of things happen in real life. We have a flu season and my mom's kind of sick. I had to take care of her. Anyway, let's see. 3 turns. Easy 3 turns here. I mean, I say easy 2 turns, but I guess I needed Habitrot. It's kind of annoying. Really? Habitrot was necessary? Okay, damage-wise was fine. I guess I need a habit route, huh? Because okay, for you, I'm gonna give the Wait, is it really needed? Maybe it's not needed. Is it needed? 50%. And then Konyan. Second turn. Konyan Oberon. Ah. The third turn is compromised. Right. Yeah, we need habit route, sadly. Habit route or a 50% MP charge, right? Come on, 50% MP charge. Just a 50% MP charge. It should be easy, right? Should be easy. Come on. Come on. Of course he's gonna do enough damage. Come on, of course. Of course. Of course he's gonna do enough damage. What am I even worried about? Of course he's gonna do enough damage. Of course. Oh, yeah, you know what? Oh, I can choose an OGC. Oh, let me see. What was the secondary effect? I forgot. It was 20% NP damage. Ah, this is not really worth it. Star drop, come on. You had such an opportunity to shine. I guess you're the best one I have, right? 20% NP damage. Yeah, let's go. Still an OG, which is kind of fun. Okay, so I guess we can just go back to Bond QP shtick. You back to 1 star. Yeah, 50%. Yeah, I guess I need a hard pen. I need a hard pen. I'm gonna be more faster. But Shin, you can enable a disconnect protection on Twitch. It automatically display a temporary visual to viewers for 90 seconds while you troubleshoot and reconnect. Can I? I don't know anything about Twitch. How about Mata Summer? Hello, Augustine. But hey, I'll see the login thing on oh yeah, the Gochi week. I'm a bit confused about that. I think we did this because of the Noble Phantasm, right? Yes. I'm a bit confused about the Gochi. Like, why she's giving 500 carrots per day? No, I'm not going to complain. I don't want to roll right now, anyways. Didn't have time to play Momosume. You're losing 500 carrots a day with the Gochi. Oh fuck! Really? You're lacking damage here, girl. Really? Wow, this was a worse damage than I thought. No way! Yagüe! The hell? Come on, Tia Mama. But are those guys considered humans? Maybe they're considered humans. I don't know. Finally got a 3-star stat. Oh, really? Nice. Press race and hope for the best. Okay, there it is. Now we got some crits. Hypermother. She does say hypermother. Okay. Okay, we got a crit here. But we need cards? That's a bit shocking to me, not gonna lie. Hmm. Yeah, let's just... Let's just... Yeah, I guess it can go like this anyways. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Gambarimasu, okay. Bokugan Summer sounds amazing, but I want to fight art. Okay, when you mentioned disconnect, was it because it was disconnected on Twitch? My gosh, okay. Recollecting them. What the hell? Asking for permission again. Ah. Maybe Twitch is making things harder to other multi-streaming stuff. Come on, don't troll me. Yeah, how do you even put this protection you guys talking about? I prefer some more Kamatons, but I want to fight Ort again. That really was so fun. It was. Maybe even in hard mode because the Ort raid we got was a complete pushover. I mean, it was fun. It was a good opportunity to use all the servers you have. I mean, of course, if you try harder on Ort raid, probably was not that fun indeed. I get you why. Wait, why the Merman has less HP? Didn't he have like 700 HP? 700k? So weird. Yeah, we got a 3-turn, but it was not a satisfying 3-turn. Okay, so I guess... Is it working, the stream in Twitch? What is going on? Oh, it's working. Okay, okay. Okay, it's working at least. Okay, now this protection you mentioned, protection against disconnect. I don't know how this works. It didn't even kill. Ah, okay, okay. Let's abandon this idea. Let's abandon this idea. Scrap this idea. It sucks. Scrap this idea. At least we... Yeah, no, never mind. Never mind. Never mind that. Let's see. Did I... Okay, wasted my AP. Let's go to JP. That's the place we want to be. JP. Because goddamn, now there's so many ways to play with Mata Hari there. If I actually want and can use Mata Hari, what is this? What is this? Ah, oh my god. My US cables. Today is the day of technical difficulties. Today is the day of technical difficulties. Let's go. Let's go. Do you guys want some technical difficulties? I have some. I have many. Let's go. Many. Woohoo! Okay, so AJP is so fun now because Mata Hari. There's so many ways to play her now. When did you first see Mata Hari? When did you first see Mata Hari in FGO? When did I first see Mata Hari in FGO? I mean, when I started playing, I guess. I can even show you again. I can even show you. When I first saw, it was in game. It was not outside of the game. If that's what you're curious about. Because I think the first servant I saw was the first servant I ever saw was Ushiwa Kamaru, and I remember I was like, "Wait, is this Fate?" My God, that's so exaggerated. Oh my God, who would watch that? Who would play that? Like, never mind. You know, never mind that. I'm not going to play this Fate because it's too over the top. Seeing Ushiwa Kamaru's design, you know.
いや、い
No.
らっしゃいだね、マス。
My first Mata Hari, I still have to this day. I think it's my highest level. And it is, yeah. My highest level Mata Hari is the first Mata Hari I ever had. It's from May. I started to play. I think it was when it was again. Yeah, there you go. But the 28th. But as you can see, I got coup only I think the next day. Was 2018 a year of February 28th or 29th? I don't remember. But I was playing really slowly. I was just enjoying like I saw Mata Hari, was like, she's a new servant, whatever. I didn't really care that much at the time. You know? I was like, slowly playing. Who is the servant from the second singularity? Is it Borica? Damn, is it Borica? The second free. Oh no, it's Kyohime, right? Wait, it's Kyohime? I don't remember the second free servant that you get. But yeah, anyway, I was playing really slowly. Just chilling on the game. Yeah. Stanos being my first 4-star servant on the gacha. This I remember so clearly. Oh my god. The nostalgia. But yeah. First time I got to see Mata Hari was in like one day after I started playing the game. But honestly, I didn't care much about her at the time. I was like, yeah, whatever. It's a 1-star servant. I was trying to understand the game. I was like, I'm a bit lost in this game. Anyway, I want to farm this a little bit because I'm way behind. I didn't even do the challenge quests yet. Morgan September, I think. September. I don't remember which was the second one because it's after Fuyuki is September. No, after Fuyuki is yeah. I don't remember. I'm completely lost on the timeline. Anyway, what was it using here again? I kind of forgot as well. I forgot everything. Ah, right. Double Scotty. Here is the node of the double Scotty. Because my Tiamat now is max bond. When I say max bond, of course I'm talking bond 10. But my Jotter is behind. Time to farm Jotter. Orleans. Ah, thanks. Okay, Orleans and then September. But Orleans is who? Is Orleans is Borica? Let me see here. Free servants of Joe. There's a free servants, right? There it is. There it is. Let's look at this together. Together. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Just to have an idea how much time it took for me to play. Okay, so it is Ku, Kyohime in Orleans, Boric in September. Damn! Took me 20 days to clear September. Maybe the time is not so weird, but just to show you how chill I was in the game, you know, not rushing. I was just let's go with the flow. We're playing the game. We're playing, but not desperate. It is what it is. But yeah, that was my attitude, I guess. Now just farming here a little bit because we need to farm those stupid bonds. Dragon is just a really huge swell. A. I mean, I wish I could ever remember how I dealt with them because I think when I started playing, Orleans was already old. I know the singularity, right? So I think I just use someone else's servant to clear it. I don't remember. At the time, I didn't care much about what was going on. So like, yeah, whatever. A bit sad, right? Hmm. Okay. What annoying deck! Give me some busters. But yeah, so I guess today's strengthening was a bit disappointing for most people, huh? Seventh quality was way worse on release. Good old day when John is meta. you know, I think I said this story already, but um, the friend that invited me to play FGO had John, right? John on the alt tab. But then I was playing FGO so casually, so I've been playing FGO, you know. Um, that I only knew there was the alt tab for a long time. For the longest time, I thought there was only the alt tab, and I was like picking John Dark, John Dark, John Dark, and then my friend, hey, if you want me to change the servant to use on any class, you can tell me. I'm like, what do you mean any class? Like, yeah, you can choose the class. Like what? What do you mean? No, yeah, you can. We can choose other classes, other servants to pick as your support. And then I went to the game like, oh, 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 I see. Oh, I see. And then I kept asking her, I want Emiya. And she's like, no, but wait, I have. Which servant she had at the time? She had a 5-star, I remember it was a 5-star archer. Who it was? I don't even remember who it was. Maybe, I think it was Gilgamesh. I think it was Gilgamesh. I was like, no, but no. I want to use Emiya. Emiya is kind of cool. Arya, no, I don't. I think it's Arya. I think it was Gilgamesh. But I was like, no, put Emiya. And she was like, no, but see, I guess she wants to say that the 5-star servant was better, right? The Gilgamesh was better. Like I was like, no, I want to play Emiya. I want to play Emiya. I know Emiya. I want to play Emiya. I was like, oh, no. I want to play Emiya, and I started to use Emiya in every battle. You know, every single battle I was using Emiya. I was like, okay, it's at least it's a character that I know because let's be real, I know no servant at all in the game. I guess that's why I was not invested because I just knew Fate Stay Night. You only know Fate Stay Night. I guess you heard about Holo Ataraxia. And then you start playing FGO. You know, I didn't know a single servant. I was like, yeah, I just go going just for with the motion, no? I just like, yeah, I'm playing. I'm playing. I don't understand anything, but I'm playing. What about Ishtar? Not at the time. Ishtar didn't exist. When I started playing was before Kianos. Like it was in February, right? February of 2018. Uh, Wait, was it before Kianos? I don't remember now. I know for sure it was before Camelot. For sure it was before Camelot. But was it before? No, I'm not sure. Mm, I'm not sure exactly now of the timeline. Okay, I think you can kill now, right? You can kill now. Let's go. Babylon wasn't included. No, no. Babylon, of course. But Babylon, of course. Babylon took a long time. Because I remember I saw the launch of Camelot. I rolled the banner of Camelot. I was like, oh my god, Nito Chris is so sexy. I want Nito Chris, and I got NP3 Lancelot Saber and NP2 Ozymandias. I was like, yay, Ozymandias is my first 5 stars. Yay, Ozymandias. What? Back to you. What? Are telling me and Twitch crashed again? Like that. Yeah, Ozymandias was my first 5 star, and I got NP2, but still I was like, okay. No Nito Chris. I was a bit disappointed. Like, no Nito Chris. But yeah. So Camelot for sure. Now what came before Camelot? What was it before Camelot again? Before Camelot is Pluribuzunium. Okay, this I'm not sure. I guess at this time I didn't care that much about the story. I was just speed running. Not even speed running. I was just chilling and playing. I played the events. I advanced a little bit the story, and then I played the events again. I'm like, it took me a long time. And then I remember after I caught up with the story, I was like, okay. This story is interesting. And then was released Camelot, and like a telephone, Murica. Yeah, Pluribuzunum. What a weird name. But yeah, because I was chilling. I was absolutely casual in FGO. I was just like, I don't care. And then Camelot, just like for everyone, Camelot was the wake up, right? The wake up call. People are just going through the motion, and then Camelot happens. People meet Mordred, Gawain. And people are like, what the hell is this crap? How am I supposed to deal with this? There was no Merlin at the time. Jesus, it was such a wild time. I think in NA even the veterans dealt really easily, but since I was playing by myself mostly, my friend was I didn't ask advice from my friend, so I was mostly by myself, so I was so lost. I was like, okay, this is kind of hard. I think at that time I stopped talking to my friend as well, so I was like, god damn, what am I supposed to do here? Like, this servant is throwing and noble phantasms at every turn. And then I remember at that time I started to research on YouTube. Before I didn't even care, and I was like, No, I did care, right? I did care. I did some little researches here and there. So I guess I started to do some researches here on YouTube when I was having trouble, but it was not all the time. I was like, I'll have trouble in this battle. Gilgamesh owner brute force going boss fight. Yeah, I guess you can see that. I didn't have many Gilgameshs in my list, and I mean I didn't have many Gilgameshs in my list, and I didn't even think about this at the time because I was like, I wanted to use my archers, I guess, for some reason. I don't know why. I was a bit stubborn on this regard. I was like, I want to use my archers. Not for some pride or anything. I just thought that was the way to go, you know? For some reason, no, I need to use my archers. And I didn't have any. And then after I did some research, I was like, okay, Oriale. Okay, I have Oriale. I level up my Oriale to level 70, and then I was like, god damn, this is just not enough. And then I borrowed Eris. Did you remember that player that I glazed a lot? Eris. Then I was using Eris. Eris. Eris Oriale as well. And I was going with that. And that's how I cleared Camelot mostly. I don't remember which saber I used to to kill Lartoria, because I remember it was really hard. And I didn't have a good single target saber. I couldn't count on. It's because I didn't even have him right at the time. What is his name again? The Camelot saber. I didn't have him because you get him only after you clear the singularity. But yeah, I think I have Lancelot, but still Lancelot suffered a lot. If only they did that to for Mata Hari, what? River is nothing. Remember when they changed the hit count on Nero's card? Ah. I mean, honestly, I don't think Mata Hari needs that. I never thought Mata Hari needed more hit count because actually her drop rate and NP gain are super high to compensate. It's because Mata Hari has low hit count, but it was well thought for some weird reason. For Mata Hari was well thought. They thought, oh, you know what? Let's give her little hit counts on the cards, but let's give a lot of NP gain and star drop on those. And then when she uses the shitty star drop skill, she'll increase a little bit. It's gonna be effective and all. And that's one reason why it's only 30%. It's because Mata Hari natural star drop is really high. So ironically, in this regard, Mata Hari was well thought. Her card does a lot of damage for a 1-star. I'm pretty sure her cards does more damage than even Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera was one of the saddest servants in the beginning. She was worse than Mata Hari in many regards, and his Noble Phantasm was pathetic. Quite a pathetic damage. Wait, I think I can do that, right? Yeah, I think it's worth it. How did I beat Rongominiad? I'm sorry. Oh, Rongominiad! Yeah, Rongominiad was so annoying. How did I beat that? I think it was Mash. Was Mash? Was a combination of Mash? I forgot who it was, but I remember I did everything to resist the first Rongominiad with double with Mash casting 2 times her Noble Phantasm. Hey Leaf, how you doing? I remember this was my goal. I started doing everything so Mash could use her Noble Phantasm 2 times. The 2 time. Where's Dr. Disrespect? The 2 time. So yeah, I remember that this was my goal, but I don't remember who was my damage dealer though. Probably was Lancelot. Lancelot probably was my strongest saber for single target saber for a long time. Because of these dumb spooks. He spooked me on the Nitro Chris banner. I call it the Chris banner because I said that's my goal. How are you, sir? I'm fine. How about you, my good sir? Welcome to the Mata Hari channel. I guess that's what you could call. The Grand Invincibility was bad. It was. That's why it was more about Mash. Mash, cast Noble Phantasm as fast as possible 2 times, and then you could resist. And then after the first Noble Phantasm, I think I was speed running to try to kill her as fast as possible. With Lancelot. I don't remember who else. I don't remember if I was using Caesar. I think I didn't trust Caesar. I didn't think Caesar was such a good servant at the time. So I think I was not using Caesar. I'm pretty sure I was trusting Lancelot and Mash the most. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then support. I didn't know David. I didn't use David at all in Lancelot. Only later, when I knew what all the servants did, I was thinking, oh yeah, David is kind of amazing in Camelot, right? Yeah. Wait, why did I use David in Camelot? I was like, oh my god, I'm so dumb. I had a global protection in Camelot, but I never used it. Like, oh my god. Can we ask something, sir? Of course. Ask away. At least the size of my my thumb. Anyway, I used to use Atalante. I didn't have Atalante. My grand is Mesh. Nice. Mesh is strong. I just let her kill my front line, I think. Mm. I think I managed to kill her before she throws the Noble Phantasm. But like it took me a few tries, you know. It was not a first try. It took me a few tries because I tried one or two times and was like, no, it can't be done, and I did it. It's kind of sad because I remember those struggles. It was so fun. It was going to make such an interesting journey of videos and such. But well, I didn't record anything. Yay! Nothing recorded. Nothing for the history. Kevin wasn't too bad. That would be Shimosa. I mean, at the time there was no Shimosa. At the time there was no Shimosa. But yeah, Shimosa showed up. Actually, I didn't suffer that much in Shimosa. Shimosa, I thought it was okay. Because, I mean, I was already old enough in the game, you know. I was like... one year and a half playing. I was like, I know how to play the game. So it was not that annoying. But it was a bit annoying. I was like, why they're doing this, you know? Why they're forcing a level 50 Musashi, level 70 Musashi? At least give a full level Musashi. God damn it. In this aspect, it was kind of annoying, you know. Wait, you're telling me I didn't get NPC? Oh, okay, the NPC worked. Uh, right. We got a braid chain. Force formations were the worst implementation in the game. I mean, yeah, I think it's something that they wanted to do for us to experience the story through that character and all. But I think it was a bad idea. The way it was made, I think was a bad idea. So I want to know if Kazura Drop is enough to progress his story and most of the content for new players. Yes. I think Kazura Drop can carry you through most of the part one at least. Yeah, I think if you have Kazura Drop Part One, shouldn't be a problem for you. But I would heavily recommend you to have a friend or follow someone that has Kazura Drop and level up your Geronimo because you need that append skill. Sadly, wait, you need the append? No, you don't need the append. You just need the third, the skill 3 ranked up from Gero. You need that as a free to play, or anyone else that has a cooldown reduction. You know. Hey, you got a bond up. We need more. Sadly, we need more. Can I use Nightingale Santa and Martha Santa with her? Uh, I mean you can, but it won't help you too much. Honestly, what do you want to use actually? Sadly, this is what you need. You need your Kazura drop with the 50% NP charge, the skill of 50% charge. You need a way to max that. It probably is going to take a while, but you need a way to max that. The other thing you need is borrow someone else's Kazura drop. Because the team that you want the most is 2 Kazura drops. And then the third servant, it needs to be anyone that can lower the cooldown of another servant. Geronimo is the best choice for a free to play person. But if you have any other servant, like if you have Konyanskaya Flight, or if you have Thomas Edson, yeah, the thing that there's not many servers that has cooldown reduction. Let's open here the choices. Who, who is easy to have a cooldown reduction? Oh, yeah, if you have Typhoon, use their skill down. Okay, you have Typhoon, you have Maid Saba, you have Gawain. I forgot his name. Lionheart, Richard, right? Gawain. But I would recommend, of course, Geronimo because he's the only actual free to play with the targetable cooldown reduction. Takasugi as well, but it's many 5 stars. Tamamo of Light. Tamamo. Queen Sky of Light. We have as well this caster Izumo no Kuni. We have this caster Ono no Komachi. Ibuki Basaka. We have Suzuka Gozen Rider. There it is Tomazetsun. Oh, there's even this guy. Takeda Shingen. Yeah, you see, it's mostly expensive servants. But yeah, if you have any of those, you will be fine, really fine with Kazor Drop. Yeah, that's what I would say. I don't have Geronimo. I'm saving my funds to get NP5 Kazor Drop in the future. Yeah, no, Geronimo will show up for you no matter what. Eventually, he'll show up in a gacha. As long as you don't burn him, you'll have him. So don't worry. That's the point. That's the point of Geronimo. That's the point of free-to-play servants. Later, they at least remember to remove class disadvantage. Alright. Oh yeah, they learn how to put the... Olympus was easy, but certain fights give trouble. I mean, the thing is, when Mesh was when we have forced Mesh in Lost Belts, they already figured out it was really annoying to do this. So at least they buff a lot Mesh, you know. When they made a force formation with Mesh, they made like, oh yeah, Mesh has more damage. Mesh, I don't remember all the buffs. It was a lot of buffs that Mesh got in Lost Belts on those force formations. So at least that, you know. But before, Jesus. Their idea of, oh yeah, let's make them experience the story more using Musashi getting stronger. Yeah, that's nice. But why are you forcing Musashi Saber to fight Musashi Saber level 70 to fight Tomoe Gozen Archer? God damn it, man. How to get Hakuno? Hakuno is the friend player gacha as well, but you only unlock after you cleared Order Call 3. So it's like the part 2.5 of the game. Like for example, if you just started the game, you're in a part 1, which is 8 chapters or 9 if you include Fuyuki. But it's 8 chapters, right? 8 singularities. After you clear that, there's the 1.5 known as Epic of Remnant. This one you can skip if you're rushing. And then the part 2 is Lost Belt, which is 7 chapters. And there's the 0.5, the interludes, quote unquote. But yeah, mostly 7 chapters. After you end the Lost Belt, the part 2, then starts the Ordo Call. Ordo Call, there are 4 chapters. Is there an interlude there? No, there's no interlude, but there's a huge summer. Anyway, well, the point is, you clear Ordo Call 3, and then you unlock Hakuno on the friend point gacha. There you can roll for friend points. From time to time, I mean it's super hard to get Hakuno like this actually, but from time to time they put the Hakunos on the rate up, so for you to have more chances of getting Hakuno. But it's really, I think they will do this once a year, maybe something like this. So don't hold your breath. It's kind of annoying. When it happens, it happens, but it takes a long time. Like the designs for Singularity 6 and Shimosa should be fired. It's unfair BS, followed by more unfair BS. I don't agree. I think that's what the Singularity 6 Camelot, I think was amazing. I think it's amazing because it's a wake up call for the players. It is a moment for people to actually explore the server that they have. I think they didn't do uh, an amazing job at teaching the player how to explore the options, because it it feels like they went the Dark Souls teaching method, you know, like, oh, you're having trouble in this stage. Uh, Sad to be you. Good luck. There was no teaching tool, right, to figure out how to deal with more than fundamental phantasm return. How do you deal with going with 90% defense? The game just didn't teach you how to do that. That's the sad part. But I feel like I still feel like Camelot was amazingly designed. I think it was great, a good wake up call. Maybe the problem was that until the fifth singularity was just point and click, just go. I'm clicking, I'm winning, and then Camelot was like, oh shit, do I need to make teams? Do I need to think? I hope they put Hakuna Summer already so soon. I already want a Hakuna Summer. Jesus, let me get my Mata Hari Summer first. But Hakuna Summer, can you imagine this fast? I don't think they'll give Hakuna Summer this fast. I think eventually they will. I want Lilith Summer. Jesus. Look, as a rule, I mean, sure, rules can be changed, but as a rule, they always wait at least 1 year of release of a servant to release the summer version. As a rule, rules have exceptions. Every rule has an exception, I guess. Now you're trying to give a pass to a straight up bad decision. No, I'm not. I think I think it was clever. I think it was amazing. I think everyone that actually started to learn strategy on the game, they know Camelot was amazingly designed, and you know why it is amazingly designed, because you have solutions to clear that on your roster as a free to play player. You can clear Camelot as a free to play player without borrowing any strong servant. You can do that. You only don't do that if you're really lazy and you don't want to learn the game. If you don't want to learn the game, then sure. You are probably the player that played Elden Ring and gave up on the first boss. And it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Everyone has an exception. Now, we don't have rules and I'm summoning Cthulhu because I fucking can. Well, if you can enjoy your Cthulhu, GG's. So yeah, Force, I'm sorry, I disagree with you completely. I think Camelot was amazing. Now Shimosa is another issue. Is a different issue, I would say. I think Shimosa was just annoying because I mean I think I didn't have big problems with Shimosa in general because it was mostly working. If you're working on your buffs and using proper supports, Musashi was mostly working, you know. It was mostly doing pretty well playing with main Musashi. Even if she was level 50, level 70, it was just doing fine. And then the Tomoe Gozen battle happened. That's when I realized, okay, this is just annoying. This is just dumb. No, 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 no. Because I remember I think I had only waiver at the time. Did I have a waiver? Because I remember it took a long time for me to have waiver. Yeah, I think I got waiver around the moment after I got Merlin, but I don't remember which banner it was. Let me try to guess when I got waiver. I think saying the timeline of my acquired servants, I can remember when I got waiver. Because Merlin, of course, was I got Merlin on the first banner on release. Waiver, which I'm not sure. I don't remember, it was way later. I think it was a banner. It was not ticket. Okay, how do you beat Morgan? Morgan NP spamming? Because I still have no idea. Morgan, you mean Mordred? If it is, for example, Euryale is a good one because she to stop her spamming NP, you can just uh, drain drain NP. You can use David. I didn't use David at the time, but I was using NP seal and NP drain as I was doing damage with Robin Hood. Yeah, I was yeah. Those are my biggest damage dealers. Dude, the free-to-play way of beating Camelot was just oversight. That remember after that they started giving a lot of different debuff immunities to bosses, so people couldn't use it again. Not at all. Not at all. Most of the stuff works. Like people, seriously, when people say Ariel is good, people think, oh, it's because of the charm. No, she gives double the damage versus man. Dude, forget the charm. There's no forget the debuff immunity. The debuff immunity doesn't matter. You still can deal with Camelot with free to play characters. It was not the charm lock that was good. Stun her with John. What? But yeah, so yeah, with more, I guess Mordred. That's how I dealt with this. I mean, I was lucky. To me, it was not that hard because I had that. I mean, it was hard, but I had this. What's that name of the 500 years of obsession. So I made a whole team of stopping her of throwing Noble Phantasm at all. Like NP seal, NP drain, NP seal, NP seal, NP drain, and going single target, single target, single target, and eventually it worked. And I didn't use command seals. So there's even that. If you want to use command seals, it's even easier. But if you don't want to use command seals for some moral or whatever, you still could do it.
やいらっしゃいだねマスター
And at the time, I didn't have friends to borrow any strong archers and stuff like this. Anyway, I want to figure out when I got waiver. Um, where is? I'm pretty sure it was after Merlin. There you go, Merlin. Oh, I got right after Merlin. Oh, I got on the 31. What banner was this? Was it the New Year? The New Year banner shows up in the 31? Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh Caster. Gilgamesh Caster. Wait, was this Babylonia's banner? Yeah, I think no, it's not Babylonia's banner because there's Merlin. No. Yeah, I'm not sure it was. Yeah, but I guess I had waiver to deal with in Shimosa. That's why it was not as traumatic. But the bad design, I give you that it was a bad design. Like for example, forcing you to have
人に戻る
you to use Musashi versus Tomoe Archer. That's just there's no reason to make a fight like this. It's just so annoying. This one I give you.
任せなさい
He does double the damage versus 20% of the cast. Who? What John? I think it's John. I think it's John. John Ruler. Does John Ruler have had stun? I don't remember that. She had a stun, right? John Ruler was such a unique unit. But I don't have John Ruler to this day in NA. It's a bit frustrating.
燃え
So yeah, no, wait, what? Dude, the free-to-play way of beating Camelot was oversight. No. So you farce. I'm sorry. And to prove you even more wrong, V-Force, Camelot was the true statement that they started to take the devs themselves started to take the game seriously, because even Nasu realized, oh yeah, I guess people are spending money on this mobile and are reading the story. So I guess let's make Camelot the first actual good chapter. I mean, Fuyuki was good, but you know what I mean. So yeah, no, Camelot Camelot is the first time you can say nothing was an oversight. Everything was thought. Yeah, I advocate for that, and I believe that everything was thought out, and there was no oversight that there. I think the only thing they could have improved was giving Berivier before, like Berivier sooner, because for a free to play player, Berivier was going to help so much versus Lartorio. Because when I got Berivier later, I was like, oh my god, I wish I had him before. I had Lancelot, but another single target saber would help. And I think I didn't try. I'll be real, I didn't try. But I thought Caesar was not that great of a saber. If I hadn't used him, I would see that he actually does damage. But it is what it is. Story is different from game design. No, V-Force, I'm talking about game design. I'm talking everything about Camelot was well thought. Don't like you're trying to downplay. Everything about the Camelot is perfect. Everything. I mean, at least for FGO standards, okay? I'm not saying, oh yeah, compare with Genshin. No. Go down, go down. I think about Camelot was good. I prefer Babylonia in general because of personal preferences, but that Camelot was the first step that the game was getting good on FGO standards. The difficult curve from Plutonsville to Camelot is so steep, it's more like a tower from a ramp. In this regard, I agree. The difficulty ramp is a bit insane, but it doesn't mean it was not intentional, because everyone understood. I mean, I think they exaggerated in some aspects. I think they had to nerf going, right. Perfect is wild. Yeah, no, it's not wild. You guys are trying to underplay way too much because you hate FGO. FGO did when FGO does good things. I acknowledge it at least, because Camelot was good, was actually good. Camelot was the moment that they were showing players that they were actually taking the design of the game seriously. The story was good, the battles were good, the challenges were good, because it actually made you think about your servants, and there were actually free to play solutions. It was not like, oh my god, are you telling me that I need a good friend to beat this boss? And this was never the case. It was annoying. Most of the new players had to grind, because not everyone had a level up Auriale, not everyone had a level up Robin and stuff like this. So it was an annoying thing in its own way. You can say whatever you want, but it's definitely not perfect. No, okay, perfect maybe it was exaggerated. But you guys that are trying to say that it was bad, you're delusional. It was good. It was good. Your hate for the game is just blinding you. Trying to find problems where there is not. Camelot, if there are problems in Camelot, is little. You can find problems in many other singularities before Camelot specifically. I mean, even after, because after you can see that sometimes they got lazy. I love FGO and I do applaud the good thing. The battle design of Camelot was ass. Nope, it was amazing. I advocate it was amazing. If you think it was ass, you'll think Elden Ring design is ass as well. And I don't agree as well. It's just like... It's a moment of tough love, I guess. Because you acknowledge it, the main problems with Camelot, the difficulty curve. I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. The difficulty curve, but I mean, the main problem. But I don't think it was a bad thing. You guys say it's a main problem, like it's a world-ending issue. I don't think it is at all. I think it's a moment for the player to actually learn the game. Because it was exactly this to me. because the moment I for the moment I pick Ariale to deal with Gawain, it was an enlightenment moment. I was like, oh my god! Are telling me I have a? I was trying to beat with my Tamaket because I mean I didn't. That's what I had. You know, I had only some 4-star servants. I had the Ozymandias, but Ozymandias didn't do much. No, wait, did I have Ozymandias? I didn't have Ozymandias. Yeah, I didn't have a 5-star servant. Look at my account. I didn't even have a 5-star servant at the time. And I could, if I could solve that without caring too much about the game, anyone can. And that's the truth. I didn't have a 5-star servant. And you're telling me you can't? Ah, come on. Seriously. Sure, try to say that when you're rushing through the game to catch up and not miss event due to there's ridiculous star requirement to play them. If you're rushing through the game, you're borrowing servants from whatever player. Seriously, in 2025, this is not a problem. Let's be real. Camelot was a hard chapter when it was released. Today, you just borrow some Ishtar and the difficulty from part 1 that doesn't even exist. Borrow Arjuna, borrow any 5-star archer in today's standard. Camelot doesn't even exist. I said before, you can keep trying bosses and souls however many times. In FGO, you could do it maybe 6 times per day. Well, I guess, but I mean, okay, in Dark Souls, you could try as many times as you want. But there is another factor in Dark Souls. Time as well. I mean, time is a factor. I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly your point. Just because you can try infinite times in Dark Souls. I mean, and the thing is, in FGO is not as hard as Dark Souls or Elden Ring. You don't need to die 20 times to realize what you need to do. And what is the problem of taking a week to learn by yourself? Let's put it this way. Maybe it's a bit sad that the person will be a little bit behind, but if the person is not part of any community, eventually he will figure out by himself if he wants. If he's part of a community of FGO, he'll figure out in a day. At least he'll go on a forum, ask, he'll get the answer instantly. To me, after playing as new player, I will say last about 6 and 7 is the one who can teach you to play a game. You see, I have the same thought. I don't know. And like I said, like I can prove it. I can prove it. I think I don't even need to open again, right? That I can prove that my first SSR was Ozymandias. Ozymandias was, as you guys probably know, was in Camelot, and Ozymandias does nothing against Mordred and Gawain. Like seriously, what excuse do you have? Like, sure, if you do trial and error, eventually you'll figure out. If you want to do research, you'll figure out in a tenth of the time. If you have friends with strong units, you'll figure out this in 100th of a time. If there wasn't a good solution, sure, but there are many great solutions to clear Camelot, to learn the game. To say straight up it's a bad design is delusional. Sorry. You don't know what I'm talking about. You should go back to design school to learn what is a good game design. What's the problem of taking a week? Maybe missing content from event and such. What are you talking about? What? So you know the main story will be always there, right? Like if you start the game today, you're already behind in too many stuff. if you start playing the game today, you are already behind the story in so much that you could focus on the event or the main story. You can't do both. But yeah, you need to speedrun the story to to catch up the rewards. I understand this aspect, but you'll need to borrow friends, no, servants anyway. There's no way to speedrun too much with your own units. You can't level up that this fast your own units. And this is not a design issue. That's just how the game is. I mean, is there any game, especially a gacha game, is there any gacha game that you can speedrun and level up all your characters fast? Seriously? I don't think there is. If there is, I never played. Someone will come here and say, "Oh yeah, no, Limbus Company can." Oh yeah, sure, maybe, maybe Limbus Company can. Sure, maybe Limbus Company is the best game in the world, but I'm just telling you, this is not the norm. And man, to this day, there is no EXP made only for Cs. Leveling up from it is kind of S. There is, I mean, there are many EXPs for craft essences, but they they only show up in events and stuff like this, you know. Like Valentine, the chocolate, the purpose of the chocolate is leveling up craft essences as well, for example. So yeah, there are, but there are not many. There is Honkai Star Rail if you pay for the pass. Right. Get fucked, son. Oh crap. Okay. But if you pay the pass, you get EXP. It doesn't even matter. Okay, what does it matter? What is the question then? What does it matter? What, what will be your convoluted problem to focus on? Because to find problem in Camelot, Jesus. You can tell me problem in Lost Belt 3, problems in Shimosan, problems in... I even accept problems in Salem, because I thought it was so dumb, the idea of making everyone's level half. I mean, okay, it was an interesting mechanics to experience, but I thought it was dumb. Like, why? No one wants to play your servants super weak. It doesn't... What else is dumb? There are dumb mechanics here and there, but oh my god, to actually talk shit about Camelot, oh, because it's too hard. Seriously? Jesus. Feels like the players that, oh my god, this game is bad because it doesn't have an easy mode. I'm sorry, I'm just like, the story limitation don't even exist anymore. The story limitation don't even exist anymore. I mean, it doesn't even exist, but I understand why someone would want to rush the story for the rewards. For example, right now there is an urgency to clear the story for the 1,000 quartz. You know, I understand this is a thing because I experienced this exact thing with the gachas that I started to play. You know, for example, I started to play ZZZ just because I wanted the Yishuan. The Yishuan. I started playing ZZZ just because I wanted the Yishuan. And I started to speedrun. I skip story and did everything just to collect as much rewards as I could to roll the gacha. That was my goal. And then I couldn't even get, like, I went so fast in the story and I still didn't get enough currency to get a pity. It's because I went to the max pity apparently. But I didn't get the pity. I was like, fuck this game. I uninstalled. but I understand why someone would rush it. I mean, you don't need to, but I would understand why a new player would want to rush it to get the rewards, to get maybe they installed the game because they saw the new character. That's how it is. That's how it usually is. You know, it's part of it. Not to mention gacha currency and a way to get a 5-star C. Can someone copy and paste my comment about AP? I can't be bothered to type it again. My problem with Camelot is not because it's hard, it's how they made it. Why? What? First, the game was following a somewhat even power scale, Camelot. Threw them all to the heavens. No, before the thing is, before Camelot, there was not the power scale was mostly inexistent. Like, sure, I mean, it was just close to inexistent because it was just not taking the game itself seriously, you know, in my opinion at least. But even, I mean, even them say, because they don't tell too much about the game design, but they tell how much how Nasu just started writing back on the game on Camelot, right? I could probably get to Article 4, but I won't have much resources to build up servants and to beat Lost World 7 in 3 months. I think you... Can it be done? I think it can be done. It's just annoying as hell. Not in 3 months, but maybe in 5. I don't know. Wait. No, the time limit is 3 months. Jesus. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Not a 3 month old account. Yeah, that's what 7 is. Will be annoying. That's a good point, actually. Ignore current topic. I had 250 bones. It took me less than a minute to find a servant that needed half of them all to herself. Yeah, that's bones, man. That's how bones work. Personally, I hope enough people don't finish the final chapter in part 3 doesn't happen. Always do your job and don't rush for the 1,000 quartz. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. But I think they'll start to give more quartz from time to time, you know, because I'm pretty sure they realize that giving more quartz make people spend more money. I think they did realize this amazing knowledge that no one knew. Oh, Boris can existent. It was almost inexistent. Come on, every chapter the increasement of HP was ridiculous. And there was no challenge. It was mostly choose the class, go brr brr. There was no mechanics to worry of. Camelot, sure, the gap was a bit higher, but it was the moment that made you to made you to read what was going on the screen, right? Because let's be real, until Camelot, did you even stop to read what the servant do? Do you even click the servant? Oh, what are the effects that this servant have? Do you even did that once? I didn't, and I didn't have trouble. And again, I didn't have many friends. I didn't have 5-star servant. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. And I had no knowledge of JP at the time. I think I only learned about JP later. Whatever. Personally, Camelot, you could clear the singularity without upgrading servant, right? Yeah, that's not power scaling, man. That's not power scaling. That's so true, man. Like max ascending a servant was not even a requirement to clear singularities. I wish we could keep track of those data, because I remember most of the servants that I had at the time. I hadn't clear. I hadn't max ascended them for a long time. I didn't have resources. No events, so mostly farming to training grounds for materials and monuments. Yeah, I think that's the way to evolve the fastest your sermon. That's for sure. Oh my god, I lost track of the chat. Got it. Problem is before Camelot, not Camelot is on. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I say Camelot. They took more seriously the game. But before Camelot was like and saying like there are free to play ways. It's like in Yu-Gi-Oh! People who try to defend Max C because Ash Blossom is a thing. I have no idea what you're talking about the cards, but it's not the same way. You stop comparing FGO with a PvP game. It's not the same thing. Like a PvP game that is that the power scaling depends on money. It's not the same thing as a gacha game that is a PvE Is a player versus enemy. It's completely different. I'm sorry, you actually trying to find defect on Camelot on this regard I think it's nonsense. Camelot for its first time was the fair challenge. It's not because you couldn't ignore the text that it wasn't fair. Yeah, like, oh yeah, you think it's unfair because, oh, I could clear the other singularity because I could just click goes brr brr, and now I'm forced to read the game. That's so unfair. Nah, I'm sorry. Nah. I keep talking about design school, but turns around and says that going from Hello Kitty directly to Dark Souls is great design. I mean, let's be real. I was exaggerating, but saying it was Hello Kitty is just a bit dishonest. Not just a bit, but I guess it's normal for you. They handed out 1,000 quartz and then rolled out Olga, securing the knowledge that whoever is coming summer is going to take in the money or the anniversary. Let's be real, or the anniversary. Like, when you see, let me even show you. Because if you go here on the Beast 2, there are so many Olgas. Like, seriously, so many people rolled for Olga. I can guarantee you a huge chunk of people that got this 1,000 quartz already burned it. I mean, most likely, like Olga. And this doesn't even have many whales. Olga. Oh yeah, I should update. What am I doing? I'm dumb. Olga. Anyway, Olgas. I'm pretty sure that the quartz are already well spent. By the way, there's one thing you guys are forgetting about Camelot as well. Dude, they were teaching the mechanics on the story, on the lore. They were telling you everything you needed to know on the lore. But of course, if I remember correctly, they were not teaching you solutions, but they were saying, "Oh, this servant actually it's a different class. Oh, this servant actually is oh no, he's now has the sun, whatever. He's getting a lot of defense. Oh my god." Before coming, you could clear the singularity without a good term. You keep sweeping under the rug. Oh my god. Kai's arguments are the worst. For me, wanting to talk about game design is a vacuum, and admitting you cannot hold your argument against the other. In a vacuum, anything can be good. I'm not talking about in a vacuum. I'm talking about FGO. Like, sure, I was saying how it's because you guys are trying to be dishonest to try to win an argument, but the thing is, what came before Camelot? Was it London? America, London. Because I think London was the first. It's because, I mean, you gotta forgive me. It's just been 7 years since those things. But I'm pretty sure I started to feel the game was a bit hard on London. There was like, ah, shit, I need to level up my servants, because that was the power creep. The power creep was like, oh, your servants are not high level enough. That was how the game worked. But then in Camelot, in the story, reading through the story, the game was telling you are going to have problem. The characters were telling you're going to have problem, and then when you were fighting a servant and you couldn't beat, there was the information here you could read. Wait, why I can't? Oh yeah, it's a shit ton of defense, and you could read through your servants. It's been 9 years. No, to me, I'm trying to be honest here. To me, it was 8 to 7 years that I reached to London because uh like I said, I started. I didn't start day one, right? I'm not a day one player. I started in February. The game started in July, and then I started to play only in February, which is 7 months, 8 months after release. Yeah, 8 months after release. So I'm not a day one player. I don't want to pretend I'm day one player. So I'm telling you, I'm not a day one player. So I kind of remember how it was London, more or less. Give a lot of reason for BS game design that doesn't make the game design better. It's not a BS if it is, if you can solve it. Be forced. If like I'm telling you, if you needed a BS thing to solve, sure. But if you have a free to play solution, a really actually many would argue that the free to play solution is one of the best solutions. I don't know what to tell you, because to go away, Ariella was one of the best solutions. Sure, Gilgamesh NP5 is the thing that makes you go brr brr anyways, but Ariella was amazing. Robin Hood was amazing. If you have those two maxed, your Camelot life was not that hard. You probably started to suffer only only when Lartoria was a thing. Before Lartoria was like, if you played, if you already had your Max David, Max Oriale, and and Robin Hood, you probably didn't suffer that much in Camelot to begin with. You are calling BS just because you want. There's no BS there. Sorry. Okay, the start told you BS was coming. It's not a BS. It just telling that the mechanics of the boss that you need to deal with. Wait, are you telling me any game that, oh, I'm killing goblins? Oh, a goblin king show up. Oh, that's a BS. Fuck this game. A game can't have a boss mechanic. I don't understand. If a game has a boss mechanic, is BS? Jesus. Free-to-play solution, spam charm. Well, I'm not. I didn't say a single favorite thing charm. You see how you're dishonest, GeForce? You see how you're dishonest? I didn't say a single time charm. Euriale, I used Euriale versus Mordred for you to have an idea. How charm would help me in any way. Because of course I didn't have a 4-star archer, and I didn't have a 5-star servant. I had Ozymandias, but I couldn't level Ozymandias, and Ozymandias was a rider, and he was not helping me in this fight in specific. So I couldn't have a single core team. I made a multi-core team. It was Euriale to stop Mordred from throwing Noble Phantasms, and Robin Hood to actually do the damage. There was no charm. No one is talking about charm. You are talking about the charm. I'm not talking about the charm. Like how I was dealing with Mordred. I'm telling you from the very beginning. I didn't say a single time charm. I said NP drain, NP seal, and there are many servers that can do that. I'm sorry. You are trying to bring BS. You are just lazy to solve the issues of the game. Because I know that it was possible, because I was not part of any community. I have to solve this BS by myself. And I actually was having fun and frustration solving those problems. They can solve my Mordred problem. Yeah, I mean, taunt servants as well. Yeah, taunt. But they even use. I know taunt would help, but they even solve. I don't remember now. But I'm pretty sure that's not another funny thing. Camelot was the moment I leveled out Mesh. Because to me, Mesh, I was not using Mesh at all. Mesh was like level 40, or I don't remember which ascension she was. I was playing with other servants because I didn't really like her. Her kit was boring. It was like, Mesh is whatever, you know. And then because of Camelot, I leveled up her, and I started to realize that defense is good. Defense in the game is actually good. taunts don't work against Clarence spam. No. It doesn't against Clarence spam, but you can use his NP seal, and you can use the taunts to stop Mordred's attacking for one turn. Because to me, that was an issue. It was not just an NP spam. Like, I remember, at least in the beginning, like before I level up all my servants, I remember that, okay, I stopped Mordred from throwing up phantasms. Now now Mordred is throwing heavy attacks. What am I gonna do? YouTube deleted my message. I didn't see your message. Your message didn't even show up here. YouTube, I guess YouTube deleted to a point that it didn't even show me. Your message was not even shown to me here on the console. I don't know. Not to mention the funny story. Gunner works every goddamn time. Gunner is the dodge skill. I don't even know the name of the skills. So yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, seriously, people try to find both BS on Camelot. I'm sorry. To me, is the best well-made chapter in the game. Nah. Is the first time that actually had a good chapter. Tive que pegar botijão de gás. O cara assistindo o stream de repente. Como é que era a música? A musiquinha? Eu não sei se é assim na sua cidade. É que aqui era. Ficava a musiquinha. A música do Beethoven. Tem que chega o botijão de gás. I mean, at this point, it comes down to an opinion that everything gacha game design is BS, which is kind of partly true due to monetization model problem prioritizing spending in the game to win. I mean, if you call BS, because a money spender had an easier time than a free-to-play player, then yeah, I guess you could say that everything a gacha game does is BS. But I didn't think it was a BS because to me, I mean, my experience was like just I was playing a hard game, you know. Oh shit! I forgot to. Oh crap! I forgot to do the thing. Ah, crap! I'm one turn behind now. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. But it doesn't change that FGO is lesser BS than some other gacha. And yeah, and that's the thing. Camelot, because one of the things that to me Camelot was one of the chapters, one of the moments that showed why, like one of the strongest points of FGO towards other gachas. Because in other gachas, the power creep is so poorly made that your roster is basically your roster basically doesn't matter. Your roster doesn't matter much because what matters is do you have the newest units with the newest mechanic? If not, you'll suffer. If you don't have the newest, for example, I remember I got Firefly. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, Firefly is so OP." No, it's power creeped. That's power creeped. Because the balance of the game is bullshit. But I think FGO does this way better. The power creepy how it works in FGO, in my opinion, works way better. And just saying they told you BS was coming is an explanation. No, I think you're complaining that, oh my god, they're telling me a hard boss is coming, doesn't justify a hard boss coming. A hard boss that I can beat is showed up, and I think it's unfair. I don't know. I'm sorry. I think you have the right to complain about a hard boss, but I think this is just lazy. And this is not a good argument to say the design of the chapter itself is bad. It just means you are on a spectrum of players that would give up on anything that is hard in any game. Or you're just complaining because you want to complain. Because this is not a good argument that is a bad design. Not at all. I'm gonna be honest with you, the game literally gave resources for you to upgrade your servants and enough servants for you to think by yourself. The first Neurofest was after September, yeah. I mean, yeah, thinking about it, I started playing during a lottery, but I mean, I poorly farmed that lottery. If you guys saw what I did with that lottery, you guys would go bald of desperation. just remembering the BS I did on that lottery. Jesus, the amount of resources I discarded, you know. So yeah, I play without Neurofast even. So yeah, I mean, if you're trying to advocate for new players, I mean, you might have a point. It might be a bit too hard, but for people who stay for day one, because I think that the game is mostly designed for who was here from day one. Only after a while they start to think, oh yeah, I guess we need to take into consideration new players as well. Because I think for new players probably was going to be harder. But I mean, with that said, I mean, like I'm telling you constantly, I'm not a day one player. I had an experience of a newish player, right? Because Camelot, I was already a few months old, so it's not like I'm super new. I barely had an SSR. I want to say I didn't have SSR, but I guess Ozymandias was there. I always forget Ozymandias was there because Ozymandias didn't help me at all in Camelot. It was like a useless SSR. And I didn't even like him. I was frustrated that I got Ozymandias, honestly. I didn't even level up him. I guess that's why I didn't use him. I had a NP2 Ozymandias. It took me a while to level up because I was frustrated. I kind of hated him. But yeah, I mean, if you played from the beginning, in one is one thing. Now let's say 2021. Lots of events locked behind Lost Belt content, and not many actually broken servers that could carry you to that part. I mean, what are you talking about? Oh my god! Again, like. Okay, you know what? I was trying to keep this a secret, but I'm trying to start a new account to do some stuff. You know what? I'll not even say what I want to do with this account. Okay? I just started a new account because I had another secondary account here, but I deleted that account. I started a new one. But anyway, I started a new account here. Okay? Because I want to do some things. So you think you're gonna have a problem with a new account today? You're saying 2021, but let's say today. You think you're gonna have a problem speed running? Okay, you're gonna have a problem speed running. Okay. I didn't even finish Fuyuki, so I have an idea what my account is. I'm in the middle of Fuyuki. I'm struggling here because okay, I'm not even saying why I'm struggling here. Anyway, I got Heracles. I didn't even re-roll, so it was kind of funny. But look at the levels. Oh my god, it even opened this. Anyway, look at the levels. Hey, okay. Right? Okay, just so you know, I'm not using any broken servants. Okay. Now, you think it's going to be hard for someone to speedrun through Lost Belt, right? Okay. Okay, look at it. I mean, Shin, of course, I'm using myself as a friend, but look it down below. 120, level 80. Okay, I guess I'm not using max level, sure. Level 120s, level 100, 100, level 100, level 100, level 80, 90. Okay, update. And my only friend is my main account. Okay, tons of more Ishtar. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm an extra, right? Sorry. Let's mix Olga, Uh, there's even a Mata Hari of this idiot. Level 100, level 100, level 100, level 100. I don't know, V-Force, I don't know if you know how they do speedrun in FGO, because there is a speedrun in FGO, right? The category is for main story, only part one. One of the requirements to do as the world record of the speed run is having an account with a borrow account with Arjuna Altar. So Arjuna Altar, if you have one Arjuna Altar, you can clear 95% of the part one, just like that. The other 5%, oh, it's good if you, I mean, in a speed run scenario, if you want to clear better, faster this situation, bonding would be better. And there's some other aspects of the speed run that it doesn't really matter. But here, Arjuna is showing up and is not even my friend. I mean, you can choose if you actually want to borrow. If you actually want to speed run, you can just speed run like this. There's even a recommendation tab here now. Yeah, I even forgot about this recommendation tab. Like, are you seriously going to tell me you can't speedrun through the Lost Belt with a new account? Because I could if I wanted. So I'm just telling you. Sorry, this is BS. I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say. If you really need to speedrun to unlock something, but if you want to experience the chapters by yourself, to be it for the challenge, the story, whatever the reason you want, you can. You still can. And it's way easier today because the game was designed to those days mechanics. Those days mechanics that didn't have the star system we have, the crit system we have, the mighty chain. We didn't have the same craft essences, the same supports. Like I'm sorry. When do you now come out in NA? Lost Belt 4. Lost Belt 4 was I don't remember. I don't remember exactly which year was Lost Belt 4. Yeah, I wonder how it was speedrun before. Because I remember when Arjun Alter was released, speedrun got a new world record. It was just like that, basically. Oh, fine, you want a year 1 servant, Miyamoto no Raiko. Yeah, I was never talking about today, FGO. The game creamed a lot away where a support servant can carry. Okay, you said specifically 2021. Okay, you want to say a year that Arjun Alter didn't exist, fine. But there was you could borrow Heracles, you could borrow. I mean, if you actually wanted to speed run, I mean, oh my god. Now this discussion is just sounding more and more ridiculous. 2004 was June 2021. So what? Arjun Alter just made things dumber and easier, but Jesus, man. I'm sorry, your arguments are becoming dumber and dumber. In the beginning, I just disagreed. Now I just become dumb. Dumb, silly. Arjun Alter, okay. There you go, Arjun Alter. What do you have before Arjun Alter? Dude, Jinako is already decent. We had Kama, seriously. One of the best single target units ever released. Okay. What else you could borrow? Qin Shi Huan, many people thought was one of the best single target solo units. If you couldn't beat anything in the game, you could pick him. Oh, I'm suffering versus this Avenger. Pick him. He's probably gonna win, unless the boss has a ignore invincibility. Qin Shi Huan probably will solo that enemy. What else? Oh my god. This is an amazing free-to-play unit. If you max her, you can clear most of the bosses of part 1. What else could you borrow? I mean, Octasode, you could borrow her. 70% of the game is easy. And Ershkigal, the damage output was not that high. I give you that. Oh yeah, you're suffering versus berserkers because for new accounts, berserkers are annoying. There's a shit ton of foreigners because I remember when I started to play the game. There were no foreigners, so berserkers were a nightmare. I like imagine me a new account. I couldn't deal with berserkers at all, and then foreigner was released. Like, oh my god, foreigners are easy mode berserkers. I was like, now everyone is having an easier time. And when Abby was released, okay, Abby was released way before Arjuna, right? Can I give at least that? Jesus, I didn't even know which year she was released. What year was Salem? I don't know. Okay, what else could you borrow? We're coming back in a timeline. So sure. You think only Arjuna made the game easier? Sure. Only Arjuna. Kiara didn't make the game easier at all. No, of course not. Of course not. Of course, Mysterious Alien Alter was bad. First Hassan was bad. I'm not even showing up the good berserkers. I mean, Ishtar when Ishtar was released was pretty busted. Everyone was thought her mana burst sucked in the beginning, but then when people started to use her, when people learned how to use her mana burst, people saw how busted she was. Wait, Nitocris was insane farmer. You borrow that farmer, you farm anything. Of course, there's and Minamoto no Raiko, like this was considered one of the best units in the game for farming for a long time. And this is already a timeline where I knew the game, right? Because I started around. I mean, no, I didn't start around here. I started before. But yeah, there's Raiko there. Okay, you want to go to the past even more? I mean, sure. Let's ignore this unit, right? Because I guess if I say that you could borrow this, it would be too unfair, right? Okay, sure. I mean, before that, it started becoming a bit harder. I give you that, but let's be real. What chapter are we here? I don't even know. This is America. This is America, right? This is America. So before, like America and behind, here is just dumb, easy in comparison. You don't need to think. Oh yeah, I think it was Lancelot, right? I think people were like the meta was Lancelot used the Noble Phantasm, and then he uses the stars to crit. Oh my god. Oh, FGO. There it is. Are you clear? Jesus. To think that the game only can be easy with Arjuna. Come on. Don't try to be dishonest with me. I know the story of the game. I know the history of the game. I played the history of the game. Jesus. But yeah, this discussion become more about not being able to rush the story. Yeah, it's becoming sillier and sillier. Because in the beginning, like, sure, I just could disagree because one thing that I can agree is that from America to Camelot, it went from like not very easy, but easy, went from easy to hard. There was no normal. Went easy to hard. Maybe the normal. Okay, no, you know what? Maybe the normal was the narrow fast. There were harder things than America, but it was mostly events, not main story. But considering main story alone, sure, there were issues. But I'm sorry, the argument is becoming sillier and sillier at this point. The whole problem with Camelot was a lack of build-up. You mean gameplay wise? Yeah, like I'm saying, I kind of agree, but at the same time, as much of a big shock as it was, I don't think it necessarily means it's bad. Because again, oh fuck, oh crap, I did a poo poo. Because again, I can't agree too much because the game has solution, has a free to play solutions. If you don't, if you, and this for mostly people that are too prideful to borrow someone else's servant, too prideful to use command seals, which is already two extra solutions that you can have as a new player. Do you realize we're ignoring command seals? We're ignoring a strong support just for the sake of maybe you are too prideful to use those. So, oh yeah, the game has a solution, but let's ignore the solution. How convoluted we need to be for you to even start to have an argument, start to have a point. So I'm sorry, I don't agree with your point. Basically, it doesn't hold up. Yeah, Lancelot Meta. Yeah, right. Lancelot Meta was actually when I started playing. I remember I got Lancelot. Lancelot was one of my first 4-star servant, but it, it was later, because I didn't roll too much on the gacha, so it took me a while to have 4-star servants at all. So I got Lancelot's Berserker, and I was like, I don't know how to use this guy. This guy's so weird. And then that's how people were teaching me how to use Lancelot. Oh yeah, no. To use Lancelot, you do like this. You try your best to throw his Noble Phantasm. He'll generate a lot of stars, and then you use the crits. And I was like, to me, it was a bit confusing because I didn't know how I didn't have this concept of using supports to give you NP charge, right? This idea to me was not even on the game. It was like, use the Noble Phantasm. I was thinking, but I need to build NP to the Noble Phantasm. This will take like 5-6 turns, right? Like, that's kind of weird. And everyone was saying how Lancelot was good. I was like, I don't really like. Why do I need to keep 5 turns building NP to throw his NP? I was. Let's be real. In my mind, before Camelot, I was playing a different game. I was just like, yeah, but I was completely lost. I guess that's one of the reasons as well. I have such fond memories. I had to wait 2 days. 2 days to clear Kernos because I used my seals on Morgan. No, yeah, no, but okay, Kai. Okay, Kai. No, okay. We're jumping through hoops here because Kernos is a different issue for Camelot. Kernos is like a challenge quest in the middle of the main story. I and like Kernos is the type is a boss that I first killed with only cubes. I couldn't kill the first time without cubes. So I have a different opinion about Kernos. Kernos is another issue. I'm talking about Camelot because it's easier to talk about Camelot to me. Now, if you want to talk about the game designer on Kernos, we can. But then the issue is different. Is it different than Camelot? It's a different issue. It's a different topic, different timeline, different everything. But we can talk about Kernos if you want. But I'm just saying it's different. Pride has little to do with saving command seals. It was more to do with it took 3 days to get them back until recently. I mean, not to kill a boss. Even to kill a boss. I mean, but and again, you're talking about Kernos. I skip your previous comment, sure, but you skipped to Lost About 6, which is just this like completely unrelated to the problems of Camelot. And like, sure, you have to wait three days to revive, right? Because in most cases, just using the command seal or to heal or to throw one more Noble Phantasm usually is enough. But yeah, sure, Suddenly, to clear every boss, you need to revive. You need to wait 3 days. You still have a solution, but it's still less. It's a last deadline ever solution. When everything fail, when you fail to read the game, you fail to build just your characters that the story is telling you. You fail to read the story that the game is telling you what challenges you'll face. You failed everything, then sure, you wait 3 days to use command seals. You still can clear the game. It was more of a what I need than later. Kai, I don't think that's what most players think. I think most players are more worried about what they need to clear now than, oh no, I'm not going to use command seals now because tomorrow. I don't think that's so much. Or maybe it is. Maybe that's why people didn't use that much command seals. But they did use to clear bosses. Heck, you know why I know people use command seals to clear bosses? Because many people used quartz to clear bosses. Seriously. And when I started my channel, I remember I try my best to tell people, please don't use quartz to clear bosses. You don't need quartz. There's ways. But people were like, oh no, but I just wanted to clear faster, so I will use quartzes. So yeah, even this is possible. I just didn't agree, but people were doing that. Camelot is a single problematic battle. Camelot were multiple problematic battles that were solvable. There were solutions. As a free-to-play player, there were ways to handle. You could borrow strong support. You could use command seals. There was many ways to solve. So yeah, I mean, it was a hard singularity. It was a wake-up call. I don't think it was a bad game design. I don't think it was a bad decision. Yeah, I don't think I don't think I read a single argument saying, like standing that it was bad in any sort of way. I know Shane finished the game with 99 elixirs is a common situation. It's not, Kai. You know why you think it's a common situation? Because you go to nerdy forums with people that enjoy the game. Because you are part of gamer communities. Believe me, we are the minority. We are the minority. That's not the normal. Because the moment you start to see people outside of gamer communities, you start to see that the biggest chunk of players of any game, they are way more unaware of what's going on. They are way more. It's a different thing, man. I would bet that most of those people that play RPGs, they're using elixirs the moment they get. Because seriously, finishing the games with 99 elixirs is like a hoarding mentality, right? You're planning ahead. You are. This is not normal. Like imagine planning ahead on situations for future problems. This is not normal. This is not normal. You know, you're struggling to understand that this is not normal. Use command seals only once each 3 days. Yeah, V-Force, but again, you are being dishonest because you're being dishonest this whole discussion. I'm telling command seals, this is the last of the last solution. Of the end of the line of the last. There are many other solutions you can have along the way. When you gave up everything, command seals. Actually, command seals is not even the last solution. You could use quartz. Because I'm telling you, many people use quartz. I panicked a little bit when people in my chat were still using quartz to clear challenge quests and such. I was like, no, don't do that. There are YouTube videos to help you, please. There's a YouTuber here that could help you clear the boss. Please don't use quartz. No, don't do that. Listen, I'm not even arguing that the bosses were bad or not. I'm arguing it felt bad to go straight from E plus build from that. And I'm not... Kai, why are you even talking about this topic? Didn't I tell you I agree with you on that? I tell you how many times I think I said 3 or 4 times that I agree that the difficulty from America to Camelot was a big gap, probably the biggest gap since I don't know when we had another gap like this. I don't even know if we had such a big gap because the gap until Salem, I mean Salem to Shimosa, we are players already have a big background. So as annoying as Shimosa was, everyone has many servants to deal with. So whatever. The same thing goes to Lost Bells. If you enter Lost Bells, you should have a strong roster. That's just how it is. Now Camelot was too much in the beginning of the game, so it's expected for you to not have many high star servants. You rely on sometimes you maybe I need my friend servants here and there. I can understand that the jump in difficulty was high, and I keep saying I agree on this point, but my point is I still think it was good. I still think it's good. To me, I compared like with Elden Ring, Dark Souls. It's that first boss that kills you in one hit. You go look, what the fuck is this game? And then you start to read your servants, and then out of nowhere, the whole game becomes easier. You learn the game. I still think it's good. In this regard, Kai, I don't think you're wrong. I think you have a point. This point stands. I think what they could have done better is making the mechanics of every singularity before Camelot better. But yeah, there are many issues toward this. But again, I don't disagree with you. Yes, it was too hard. I think it was good because it was too hard, but it's a good point. It's a good point. It's a valid point. The gap, but the difficulty in itself, I don't think it was. I think it's two different issues. What's kind of funny when the game lets you steamroll everything with supports. Yeah, I mean, and even now, you can steamroll from through part one. It's kind of sad, because you know that the players won't experience the same traumas and hardships because oh my god, I can't kill Gawain. Oh, let me borrow that level 120 Ishtar. Hey, Gawain done. That's just how it is today. Party mentality is actually somewhat normal. Even non-gamers I know had the issue when I asked them. Really? With hoarding, you mean? I don't know. Okay, non-gamers. I don't know exactly this now because what I know is mostly people that are not part of any community. So they didn't have people to ask for tips. Because when I started streaming, there are many people like this showing up in my chat. I know this. No, non-gamers. I don't know about that. I don't think I ever know someone like this. Some battles I straight up use SQs, so I didn't have to deal with BS. Not ashamed of it. One thing is a fair challenge, other is BS. Like final bar full NP plus clear all buffs in your character. Yeah, I did as well. I mean, I'm saying I'm desperate here, telling people not to use small brain, not to use quartz and all, but I did use as well in the beginning. I did use because I was too lazy because I didn't want to care about the game, because to me it was just a gotcha. There were no characters that I care about. I was like, it's fate. I'll go through the motion until something interesting happens. But I was just playing for whatever reason, so I didn't care much about the game itself. So since I didn't bother to learn too much about the game, when a challenge quest happened. Because I think it was mostly toward the challenge quest. The challenge quest happened. I'm like, oh man, I can clear this challenge quest, but there's this lore. I think this lore shows up in the event in those events, right? And I ended up using. I'm like, you know what? I'll use this. I'll use this crap. I don't even care, and I use it. So yeah, I'm not telling you I don't understand. I use as well. Of course, I did use. Yeah, it was, just remember the BS. Jesus. Like BS from challenge quests, because even them, I don't remember like the challenge quests from like Rashomon, stuff like this. I mean, I guess they didn't have challenge quests. It was just like a raid with super high HP. I thought it was BS as well, but I mean, I didn't care too much about learning the mechanics of the game, so I didn't care too much. I just suffer, and that's it. Olá, Setoga, como está? Seja bem-vindo! Seriously, I don't want to use it now. What if I need later? Is actually a somewhat common thought that people bring over from in real life. Yeah, I guess I can see that. I think I saw more people. I mean, that are not part of gaming communities. I saw more people saying, "Ah, I can't use this because I already used." I think I saw this be more normal than hoarding. But no, I guess I can see that as well. I can see both cases, I guess. But again, um, you have to agree with me that if you beat a game, if you beat an RPG with 99 elixirs, there's not a bad game design. There's not the problem is not with the game, it's with the player, right? The player that wanted a self challenge, the player that put those locks in himself. That's not a problem with the game. It's not that the game didn't give enough resources to deal with whatever, right? Just delicious decoration. Can I get a full refund of this? I don't think I can. Tiene perdido un gran argumento sobre Camelot. Yes, we're talking a lot about Camelot. But in JP now you get 3 seals every day reset. So using seals to revive. Yeah, no, Kishtar. He doesn't want to. He don't want to talk about FGO 2025 because he knows his argument would stand even less. Because today there are many supports for newer players, you know. Yeah, like today the Star Dash campaign and whatever ever. There are way too many supports for newer players, so whatever. Newer players can start with a 5-star servant as well. Like, if you're part of a community, everyone will go, oh yeah, pick Waver, pick Waver. But realistically, everyone picks the favorite servant. Most people start with Saba. A few will probably pick a Berserker. I don't know. Arjuna. So everyone starts with a decent 5-star servant, and even if they don't have a good friend, it will steamroll through the beginning of the story. Probably will suffer a little bit on Camelot, and then borrow someone's archer if the person don't want to learn the mechanics. We'll borrow someone's archer, and oh my god, okay, that's how the game works. Farming never ends. Yes, never. Get 3 new seals the other day and repeat the process. Yes. Imagine beating bosses only with command seals. A buddy picked Tesla for the first 5 stars. Jeez. I mean, with everyone that I met, that I talked that was not part of community and started playing FGO recently, their first SSR was the free SSR that I heard was Saba. It was usually Saba. Because most of the people that even try FGO, because they watch Fate Zero or Fate Unlimited Blade Works. Now probably will be from Strange Fake if this is ever released. Jesus. Dude, it's so insane how they managed to kill the hype for Strange Fake, right? I think no one cares about Strange Fake anymore. Like, Fate Strange Fake looks so good. Was so well made, the first special, the first episode. But it's taking so long to release. Does anyone even care? Does anyone even want to watch it anymore? I think if they release the full anime, people go like, oh, finally. But I guess the dream of seeing Lost Belt animated, it become a dream for the past. It's too long. I still haven't watched the animation. You didn't? It's good. Damn. The first special was good. The first episode was good. But Jesus, it doesn't make sense, dude. Feels like Gigok is going to release his anime before this is released. Do you understand? Do you understand how dumb this is? Gigok is going to release his first anime before. Oh my god. I mean, sure, Gigok's anime is just is a what? The 30 minute episode. It doesn't matter. Why a fucking YouTuber is going to release an anime for $1 billion company? Jeez. Oh, sorry. Ooh. Damn, I'm burning here from my apples, and I forgot to check the grand score. We have a grand score. Check who? Gigok. What was the name of his channel? I forgot the name of his channel. What is the name of his channel? Gigok is from the Trash Taste. Jeez, what's the name of his channel? Oh no, I think the name of his channel is Gigok. It's Gigok, right? Gigok Anime Zone. Yeah, Gigok Anime Zone. No, Anime Zone. Anime Zone. Anime Zone. This name from the past. Jesus. Yeah, it's Gigok. It's Gigok. But freaking YouTuber is going to release a self-made anime, and Aniplex is installing freaking Strange Fake, and now no one cares about Strange Fake anymore. Yeah, there you go, grand score. Let's max this crap finally. I could do the challenge quest, but I still don't know what they do. Okay. Completo desu. Oh, I missed the freaking print screen. Oh, crap. Got too distracted. Okay. Sad. I thought there was 2 skills to buy, actually. Just 1. Okay. Okay, I want to farm a little bit more because how far I am to increasing the bond? It takes so long. Okay. You know what? We're not using this. How many days more of free storm pods we have? 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. Right. Let's burn 3. Thinking we can burn 3. Her Archer making Lazengo some bucks. I don't know if it's gonna make some bucks because they're stalling so long. And when they actually release Heracles Archer, people were like, oh, who the fuck is that? Ah, Strange Fake. What is this Strange Fake? United Kingdom Arizona. A. And the name is cursed. Why? They could make more Strange Fake servants playable, and man, that for sure would revive the hype. You know, actually, I don't want to see more servants playable. I want to see the masters, actually. The masters, the design of the masters are so much better. The masters look so much cooler. I don't know. I mean, I didn't read too far on the manga, and then I didn't read the light novel, obviously. So I don't know much. But in my opinion, the designers of the masters of Strange Fakes are way better than the servants. Anime Zone. But back in the day, Anime Zone was only him. Today, what is Anime Zone these days? I don't even know. I guess it's better not to search what Anime Zone even is.
燃えないとしたらどうする？すべて灰に、すべて塵に。
But yeah, I mean, damn, I'm quite envious of him, I'm not gonna lie. The dude, being a YouTuber, actually is managing to make an anime by himself. So amazing. And like, the studio, seeing the name of the studio, I would give nothing, you know? Would you give anything for Studio Daisy? I never heard of Studio Daisy. I mean, maybe I watched some... Oh, I forgot to use the script. Maybe I would have give anything for them if I saw. Anything for them. Okay, let me check what Studio Daisy mean. Here. Studio Daisy. Like... Wait, what is this? Yoru no Kuni. Okay, Yoru no Kuni was actually... Did I watch this? I forgot the name. Yoru no Kuni. I think I didn't watch this, but I think I saw people talking good things about this Yoru no Kuni. But yeah, I didn't watch it. So yeah, imagine a studio that just did this. Two other small projects here. I was like, yeah, fuck this. There's like a, just silly. But Giga's anime is looking good. In my opinion, it's looking good. So far, it looks a bit generic in many ways. No drama. I think this intro is a bit silly. Not gonna lie, I think this intro is a bit silly. Show the trailer. The trailer is amazing. The trailer is amazing. The anime is looking good. Copy strike. Like seriously. Like even if it's just a single episode. What helped, of course, he's friends with Kevin Penkin. Like imagine being friends with one of the biggest names in anime soundtrack currently. It is what it is, right? I don't know, it looks good. It's hard to know if it's gonna be a good story, you know, but it just looks good. Yeah, it was half the video. Yeah, I said the intro, indeed. More! It was actually more. Probably was more. 1.40. Anyway, this looks good. This actually looks good. Only one episode. It will be like roughly 30 minutes, whatever. Looks good. Looks really good. Goddamn, looks good. Bang! A YouTuber making an anime. Actually looks decent. Probably will be like, your generic romance. Like apparently they can see each other sometimes, but live in the distance. I don't know, something like this. I'm going back to the order calls. I'm very close to those 1k quartz. Good luck. Start farming. Don't lose the one PT the one PT we will get. Probably. It's kind of sad. Sad but doable. I guess it's sad, but that 1,000 rewards is mostly for old players, right? Because to tell a new player, oh yeah, speed run through until lost belt 4, no, order call 4. to get 1,000 cores. Like, who can do that? I think it's doable, but I think it's gonna waste so much resources as well. The person will need to spend so much time, resources, and keep rolling the gacha to get good units. I don't even think it's recommended for anyone's sanity. Gotta get going. See ya! See ya before. Camelot's full of BS. No, it's not. It's amazing. I wonder who made Kado. Kado? Kado? Oh, it's Kado, but I don't know the animation studio. Let's see. Me like anime. Me like anime. Let's check. Kado. I don't know the stroke of Kado. Kado? Kado? Ah, yes, Kado, the right answer. Seikai suru. Okay, it's this. Kado, there you go. Toei? Toei? Well, it's just, if it's Toei, I guess enough said, right? What Toei did? Well, well, I guess it's kind of hard to know exactly which part of Toei did. But if Toei did, it's just, you know, the Shonen Titan. Group holding, yeah, holdings, yeah. Maybe you could put a bit of credit to those guys here, producers. Because producers give the money and directions, but the studio is the one that actually makes, right? Yeah, I don't know. Also, it was Toei. No, I didn't pay attention. Yeah. Yeah, we could say the producers. Oh my god. Lag. Was this Kinoshita Group Holdings? But yeah, I mean, those are named producers, right? They give the shots. Toei actually does the shtick. It is what it is. Toei, jeez. Oh, sorry. I guess you couldn't see properly. Yeah. Okay, so it's not showing properly here on the screen. So yeah, again, Toei Animation, and the producer is this Kinoshita Group Holding. Yeah. Oh, I guess at least the animes of the Kinoshita Holdings were shown, but producers mostly give the money and the directions. But yeah, the studio has a director. Director usually have to fight to change the decisions and all, but the director is the last word in a way. But yeah, Kado. I think I heard about this Kado when it was released. I don't swim, right? I kind of remember. I don't know why I didn't watch it. What is this Kado the Cube? No, not Cube. Kado the right answer. Wait, it is, isn't it? Oh my god. Look at that. I tried to see the trailer. Well, I won't see the trailer. No trailer for me. It is. Ah, it is. Okay. I saw a few episodes. It did look good. I didn't continue. I don't remember why I didn't continue watching. I think it just there were other animes that took as a priority. But it looked good. Kado. But I think there was a lot of CGI on it, right? Anime looks amazing. Has CGI. People go, it sucks. The anime CGI, so it sucks. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Come on, man. And it's usually how it is, right? It's kind of sad. Like people are like, oh, has CGI. Oh no, it has CGI. There was CGI, but none of the characters mostly. Ah, I see. It was mostly that weird cube, right? I guess I liked a lot more the first episode because the first episode gave a vibe of those like those first contact kind of movie. But then later become a regular anime, as you would expect. Not a sin, but just say. I'm like, I become more normal. More normal than I would expect. I get mad when mecha get made out of CGI. They just feel so out of place. I mean, sometimes I guess. Yeah, I mean, not every time is well made. I guess there's that. Because at least lately, Gundam is making mecha so amazing, you know. I think that mecha lately is looking so much better. Because for example, I watched what Gundam had CGI. Oh yeah, it was the last Gundam, the G-Quacks. I think G-Quacks look good. Sure, I think 2D looks better, but I think CG is looking good. But anyway, I just saw the time now. I need to stop here, sadly. The stream here. Thanks so much for joining, everyone. Thank you so much for spending your time here. See you guys probably tomorrow, maybe later today if I'm lucky. But probably it won't be that easy, so mostly tomorrow. But I love take part and spend too much on gacha. Because gacha bets safe. Bye-bye. Jukok looks alright. Yeah, Jukok looks good. The meta looks good. It's good. I'm good for that. It's good. Bye-bye. My gosh. Saturday, still beginning. Yikes. Bye-bye. No, you stay.